Hey Vicksters! If you've been following me for a while, then you probably recognize this background. That's right, I'm back at mi casa in Chicago, my childhood home. I'm here for Thanksgiving and apparently also in order to get all my junk out because my parents are moving to Arizona. So in the process of cleaning through a bunch of papers that my mom found with all these old art projects and this and that, I found a newsletter that I wrote when I was 12 years old for Thanksgiving. I legitimately remember being so excited to write a newsletter because I thought that that was the coolest thing, and if I had my own newsletter, that would be pretty much the height of my existence. Well, as it turns out, I've fallen a long, long way. But I still have this to remember, peak Vickie. That's right, I peaked when I was 12. Now, I thought I brought my microphone and stuff so that I would have a good sound quality if I decided to record a video while I was home, but it turned out that I didn't bring that. So, oh well, sorry for the sound quality. I did find a cool necklace in my closet and a headband that I'd forgotten I even owned, so I'm happy to be wearing those. And look at this. My mom gave me a plate of grapes, like I'm some sort of Roman empress. Oh my god, we may commence. Or however you say that in Latin. Also, I found my old friend. So without further ado, I'm going to read for you the update. This might have been a template that was on the computer. It just says update. Doesn't say family update, Vickie's update. You know what, maybe this was an editorial choice on my part. Perhaps I thought that simply being update rather than having a cluttered, you know, descriptor added to it would be better. So here we go. Update, volume number 1, issue number 1, 11/26. I don't know that I want to go into the year here. A woman never gives away her age. But you all know it anyway. You'll figure it out if you want to. The first article on the page is a basic history of Thanksgiving. Turkey Day is here is the title of the article. After what seems like 50 years, Turkey Day is back. Good going, young Vickie, on using hyperbole. But did you know that the original Thanksgiving happened in Massachusetts in the 1600s? All right, Vickie, you could have figured out a date for that, but okay. The first pilgrims were actually thanking Squanto for helping them capture the food they needed for survival. Squanto? Really, Vickie? Who is Squanto? Is Squanto like a Native American chief? Cool. They served corn, fish, and wild turkeys. Yes, the same kind of wild turkeys that Benjamin Franklin wanted as our national emblem. Alright, I'm just wondering where I lifted this from because that's such an odd sentence structure to say, yes, the same kind of wild turkeys that Benjamin Franklin wanted as our national emblem. I definitely copied this from somewhere. Failure at giving attribution, young Vickie. Failure. Plagiarist. I drew a nice drawing there of a gobble gobble turkey. It's way too skinny to be a turkey. And then I have Teddy's column. So I gave my brother Theo a guest column on my update, which says, I am here to tell you about the wonders of Disneyland. It makes a great vacation spot, especially in the summer. So apparently I gave my brother a travel column. Oh, this is great, guys. This is great. Watch Out is the title of this article. The kids in the junior high band concert did a great job. If you don't watch out, they'll be in the Chicago Symphony Orchestra before long. Congrats, Vickie. Excellent use of the third person to make it seem as though someone else wrote that article and I wasn't completely biased. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And this, to be honest, is my favorite part of my newsletter. I got such a kick out of reading this, guys. So I have advice columns because back in the day you wrote an advice for the newspaper, right? First one, dear advice, how do I get my kids to clean up after themselves? Sincerely, Buried in Toys. Dear Buried in Toys, the easiest way to get kids to clean up after themselves is to bribe them. White chocolate and Nintendo 64 games work really good. It's so clear that I wrote this because as a kid I loved white chocolate so much and I loved playing Nintendo 64. This was a hint for my mom. The next one, Dear advice, how can I keep the floor clean? Sincerely, Dirty Floor. Dear Dirty Floor, the easiest way to keep the floor clean is to use the force. So I watched the first Star Wars trilogy when I was in 4th grade, and I was obsessed, and I used to be able to quote so much of it, but now I totally cannot. But yeah, at the time, like, I used to just like run around school quoting Star Wars, that and Monty Python. So yeah, it makes sense that I would say the easiest way to clean the floor is to use the force. Your advice. I'm lost. Can you please direct me to quadrant 3 of the UFTXY 657 galaxy? Sincerely, Lost. This was my oddball question to shake them up. I was such a blooming young humorist at this time, wasn't I? Dear Lost, I'm sorry, but we haven't even discovered that galaxy yet. But I think you turn left at Sector 2 and right at Galaxy NG664. Sincerely, Advice. And then we have a pie chart that I made of the best Thanksgiving foods. There is no attribution to the source of this data, so I'm led to believe that I completely made this all up. In first place, we have blue. Eyeballing it, I would say this is a good 1/3 of people, or me, maybe 1/3 of myself, feels that pumpkin pie is the best Thanksgiving food. I like too that back in the day, you know how you had to use the Excel spreadsheet in order to get the pie graph and then you would choose the like header. So clearly I couldn't figure out how to get spaces in the title of this, and I just put the best Thanksgiving foods all together. Green is sweet potatoes, yellow is turkey, and red is vegetables, because a sweet potato isn't a vegetable, according to me back then. Anyway, I saw this while I was cleaning up and I was so tickled by it, and I figured since tomorrow's Thanksgiving, I might as well make a short and sweet video with it and wish you all the happiest of Thanksgivings. I'm just gonna spend the rest of my week cleaning out my room and stuff, and it's kind of sad leaving your childhood home and like knowing it's like gonna get sold off is really sad. I'm gonna start to cry a little bit. Cover my face. The embarrassment of having feelings. I had like an old stuffed animal that used to comfort me. It'll all be all right. I found Sophie. She's the cow that I've had since like I was a tiny little kid. And I love her. She's been with me through thick and thin. She's my favorite. The best part is she can respond. That's right, Vicky. What a great time. Thanks for having me on your YouTube channel. I'll be here all week. That's right, the steak is great. Make sure you order it. Tip your waitstaff. Ho-ho! I think you'd be a pretty great comedian, Sophie. What's that? You don't think I'm not just milking stage time? It doesn't really matter because I threw the screen time to you. Oh, ho, 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 ho. So it's a moot point. Alright, you need to stop laughing at your own jokes. Why? Is it too cheesy? Get it? I'm a cow. I make cheese. Alright, Sophie, that's enough. If you did any fun, silly stuff for Thanksgiving when you were a kid, let me know down below in the comments. I'm really interested to know if other people also wrote whole newsletters for their family. And make sure to hit the like button and hit subscribe. Otherwise, you'll be a couch potato. So that's enough from you again. See you next time, Vicksters.